Saurabh Bhaktania is joining us live from Mumbai on that. Saurabh, every legal step that Uddhav Thackeray has taken so far, it's not worked out in his favor. This perhaps was a strategy to ensure that, the 16 rebels get suspended, and thereby he makes a renowned pitch to be declared the true Shiv Sena. That's clearly not worked out in his favor. What's his strategy going forward now?
So it's now very clear that the disqualification of the 16 MLAs won't take place, and therefore once again the Uddhav Sena is on the back foot. Now clearly Uddhav Thackeray Sena might approach election commissioner, what is we are learning from the sources, but it is clear that the disqualification won't happen, because Akshita, on 2nd and 3rd a special session has been called in by the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, and what we are learning that on the very first day a new deputy speaker will be appointed, and if that happens, then the disqualification will never happen, and therefore this is what the Uddhav Sena was trying to get in, that the decision by their own MBA government's deputy speaker happened before 11, but the court has clearly given time till 11th of July that the decision on disqualification cannot take place by deputy speaker till 11th of July. But now it is very clear that that there is no relief to the Uddhav Sena. Floor test will happen, but the disqualification process will likely not happen, because on 2nd of July, on the very first session, or the very first decision will be taken is to elect the new deputy speaker, and the new deputy speaker will be from the Eknath Shinde's government and the Devendra Fadnavis joint government, and they will definitely not take any decision on the disqualification. The matter will be heard on the 11th, but the disqualification won't happen, and the only option left for Uddhav Sena right now is to approach the ECI, that's the Election Commission.
But can he, Saurabh, is he planning on approaching the Election Commission right away? Because things aren't moving in his favor right now. Number-wise, he doesn't have what it takes. Legally, nothing moving in his favor. If he approaches the Election Commission right now, what does he have with him to prove that, look, I am the real Shiv Sena? The MLAs, ministers, all of them have ditched him.
Well, Akshita, for the moment, it doesn't seem any relief for Uddhav Thackeray, even if we approach ECI, because the ECI will clearly say that the matter is sub judice, and the majority is right now with the Eknath Shinde's camp. He has all the power, he's the legislative head, he has all the signatures and the majority available with him. So for the moment, for the Maharashtra Assembly, Assembly is concerned, Uddhav Sena is likely to get no relief from the ECI as well, and therefore it's the real fight to save the real Shiv Sena, if what the Uddhav Thackeray claims to. But that is also not going to happen, because let me tell you, it's not just the part of the MLAs what we are learning. The sources are clearly telling us that many of the corporators, the Vibhag Pramukh, the Shakha Pramukh, even the MPs are in support of Eknath Shinde, and the real time when it arrives, when it goes, the matter goes to the ECI, they are going to support the Eknath Shinde Sena, and at that time, to prove the majority, the Shiv Sena, the real Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray, that thing to prove the majority, to prove his whole strength will be very difficult for Uddhav Thackeray. So this is clearly the stand right now, that to save Shiv Sena, to revive the whole Shiv Sena, for Uddhav Thackeray it seems very difficult. Even if he approaches ECI, there won't be relief in the Assembly of Maharashtra, and it is clearly the decision which has come from the Supreme Court as well, a big relief to the Eknath Shinde's rebel camp, because they won't be disqualified for the moment, because as and when the session starts on the 2nd of July, the first decision will be taken by the new government is to change the deputy speaker, and therefore the disqualification will never happen.
So that also won't be in Uddhav Thackeray's favor. At this point, Saurabh, with one setback after another, as you pointed out, the deputy speaker will also be changed, so nothing will be riding in his favor, and it's essentially one thing that it comes down to. The only thing that Uddhav has in his favor is his last name. It's the fact that he's a Thackeray.
So, well, Akshita, clearly BJP's strategy right now is that we were trying to decode that why BJP chose Eknath Shinde to become the CM of Maharashtra. what the sources have clearly told us, that the 2019 thing which happened when Devendra Fadnavis along with Ajit Pawar formed a government, it was the lust for the power which was shown and which was exposed for the BJP, and the Matoshi, the Uddhav Thackeray Sena can clearly say that this is the emotional card they can play, and therefore BJP doesn't want to show that thing. It will be very clear that to the voters that BJP is in support in the legacy and the ideology of Balasaheb Thackeray, and therefore they are with Eknath Shinde and the Shiv Sena. This will clearly help the BJP for the upcoming election of 2024. It is just 2.5 years from now. And it will try to prove for the BJP that on their own they can make a government, and also the real Shiv Sena is with the BJP. So it can clearly try to show to the voters that the Balasaheb Thackeray Shiv Sena is with the BJP and not with Uddhav Thackeray. This is the clear message which we are learning from the sources that the BJP is trying to prove.